Dear students, welcome to CR's digital classes. Today's concept is median for missing frequencies. So, if missing frequencies are there, how to deal, how to get the median or how to get that missing frequencies, we'll be checking out here. So, we know the median definition we have discussed in before problems, right? In discrete series, individual and continuous data. We already discussed about median. Median is nothing but the middle value. So exactly middle value if you are getting, that becomes a median, which is also one of the average itself. But whenever data is some nearby data we have, no need of going for each and every value to get an average. So just simply if you go for the middle value, you'll get a center idea about that data. In such situations we'll go for median, right? So the same thing here, also the same, but here what happens is frequency values will be missing. So let us check it out how that will go on using an example. So here is an example, check it out. An incomplete distribution is given below. Income in rupees, they have given some data from 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, like that data they have given, and income for number of persons they have given. Now check it out, this number of persons 10, then the next value is missing, right? So this such type of problems will call as missing frequencies. So we need to find out this question marks, we need to obtain answers for this. So these frequencies we need to find it out. So how to do that one, let us check it out. So whenever they'll give some missing frequencies to be identified, they'll give some extra information, that is overall frequency total and some median value also they'll mention before only. So check it out in the question, they have given n value, that is total of frequency. N is equal to 100 they have given, median also they have given, that is median is 30. Now we need to find out missing frequencies out of that. So two values are missing, right? Now make a table. As usual, class intervals, first column, 0 to 10, 10 to 20, as usual, whatever the given data you have, simply write it down in first column. Now go for the second column, all the values you write down as it is. Wherever the missing frequencies are there, question mark is there, make it as x1, the first missing, and the next missing, last but one is missing, check it out. So that also consider as x2. Okay, because those are missing, just simply make them as x1 and x2. That's what we need to find out also. Okay, now check it out the data, how the data goes on. It's a continuous data, right? So median for continuous we have to find out. The same formula, whatever we consider for continuous data, the same formula we need to consider. So let us check it out once, the formula also. So remember, this is the formula for median to obtain for continuous data. So L plus n by 2 minus PCF by F into I. Just I'll make a revision again. What are the values, how it goes on. To get this values, first we'll be doing n by 2, right? N by 2, after doing n by 2, we'll get a median class. Based on that, we'll identify all of the values. L is the lower limit of median class. PCF is preceding cumulative frequency. F is frequency of the median class. I is class interval of the median class. It is you have to subtract the upper limit minus lower limit. So this is how we have done earlier for continuous data to obtain median. This is all we have done. Now here missing frequencies will be doing, right? So let us check it out how the problem goes on now. To get this formula, we need to get all L n by 2, all we need to get, right? N by 2 will get, because total already they have given as 100. 100 by 2 we can do, or they have given median directly. What is the median they have given? 30 they have given. So 30 means where it will fall, mostly 20 to 30 class interval in between, right? So 30, because it's a 30, so directly we can identify the median class. So generally we'll do n by 2 based on that value. If it exactly value is there in cumulative frequencies, we'll consider the same value as a median class, or if same value we don't have, next highest we'll consider, right? Remember, so next highest, like that will follow, and we will make a note of median class, then we'll go for the formula. But here no need of doing that all, because already we have median in our hand. So median is 30, already they have given. So where it falls, we have to check it out in the class intervals. So mostly 30 to 40, exactly 30 we have. So 30 to 40 class interval you have to consider. So this entire value, whatever you got, that becomes your median class, right? Now we got median class. Using this, let us identify all other values and then we can go for the formula. But before that, how to calculate this CF, let us check it out. Generally, we'll add 1 to 1 and we'll get the cumulative frequencies. But here, because x1, x2 are also there, many people will get confused how to add up variables to the numbers. So let me clear that one also, how to add up the values with particular variables. Now, how to do generally when we have median for continuous data, what we'll do, given question as it is, we'll consider class intervals and the frequencies, then we'll consider cumulative frequencies, right? So, cumulative frequencies, let us do here also. So, keep it title cumulative frequency. Now, what we'll do in cumulative frequency, first value from frequency we'll consider as it is, right? So, first value from frequency consider as it is in cumulative frequencies as the first value. So, 10, carry on 10 to the cumulative frequencies as it is. Now, next what we'll do, we'll consider this cumulative frequency first value and then we'll add up to the second value in the frequencies, right? That is 10 should be added to the second value in the frequencies. So, 10 plus x1. Now, 10 is a value, x1 is a variable, so we can't add both of them. So, it should remain as it is, 10 plus x1 as it is. That should be added to the next frequency. So, what I have done, check it out here, 10 plus x1 as it is, then 25 plus 25 wrote. Now, what we can do is here, value to value we can add up. We can't add variable, but we can add values. So, what I have done is 25 plus 10 I have done and it goes to 35. So, 35 plus x1 I can write. Value to value we can add up, not the variable. So, variable remains as it is plus x1 as it is. So, that is how I have got 35 plus x1. Now, that 35 plus x1 we have to add up to the next frequencies, right? So, 35 plus x1 plus 30. Now add up again the same values. We have two values here, 35 plus 30. So add up that two values. 35 plus 30 goes to 65 plus x1 remains as it is. Now again that 65 plus x1 you have to add up to the next two frequencies. What we have, check it out. So 65 plus x1 plus x2, another missing frequency we got here. So simply plus x2 you have to write it down. So this is how we got 65 plus x1 plus x2. Now that particular value we have to add up to the next frequencies. So that is 65 plus x1 plus x2 plus 10. Now again two values we got, we can add up them. 65 plus 10, add up, you will get as 75 plus x1 plus x2. So this is how we have obtained the cumulative frequency column. Okay. Now cumulative frequency column, last value whatever you have, it goes to capital N, we know that, adding up frequency. So that value just carry on here, that becomes your capital N. Capital N is equal to 75 plus x1 plus x2. The same value of whatever the last value of cumulative frequencies we have obtained, the same value becomes a capital N also. So I have written 75 plus x1 plus x2 here also. Or else you just check it out, add up all the values whatever you have in frequencies with variables x1 plus x2, you will get the same 75 plus x1 plus x2. Okay. So I have obtained my n. Now I said how to identify the median class. Let me remind again, to obtain the median class, what we do is, given the median value, just check it out, given median value is 30, where it falls in 30 to 40 class interval. So make a box to that, that becomes our median class. In median class, we have to identify all others. That is lower limit first, L. L becomes a lower limit of median class, that is 30 becomes your L. Now F is frequency of the median class, that is here we have 30 under frequencies. Next PCF we need to identify. PCF is nothing but preceding value of cumulative frequencies. Preceding is nothing but before value. So that becomes your 35 plus x1. Okay. So this is how we have identified all the values. I we know already, like wherever class intervals are there, 40 minus 30 you do, that becomes our I value. That is class intervals value. Okay. So all the values I've just explained. Simply take the formula, substitute in that, and the median value also we have in our hand. N value is also in our hand. So substitute and let us check it out how to identify our frequency values, that is missing frequencies. So substitute median as 30 here, L as 30. In the table just now we have checked it out. Capital N is 100, we have 100 by 2 minus PCF value 35 plus x1 we have, divided by frequency is F is 30 into 10 is I. So I have substituted all the values whatever just now we discussed in the table. Now now let us go for the calculation part. So how to calculate is, as usual, we can't go on because your variables are also exist, right? So using BODMAS rule, let us go for step by step solving. So what I have done here first is BODMAS rule. What it will tell, first you have to evaluate brackets, then go for the division, then go for the multiplication, then additions and subtractions. Okay, you have calculator, still calculator doesn't know how to use the BODMAS rule and all. Whatever you type, it will give the result. So you have to use your brain and you have to go for the proper clarification with the problem. So first what we have to do, open the brackets. So 35 plus x1, I am removing the brackets. So what happens here, minus into nothing we have means it goes to plus, we have minus into plus goes to minus, then minus into plus it goes to minus. So 35 minus x1 divided by 3. This 30 and 10 I have cancelled here. So 10 ones are 10 threes are, it went off here and 3 remains here. Now 50 minus 35 I can do, right? Values we have, so we can subtract it. We can't subtract variable, but I can subtract 50 minus 35. So I have done that. I have got it as 15. So next LCMs I have considered here. Nothing is there. So 30 into 3 goes to 90. 90 plus 15. Here subtractions I have done. So it goes to 15 minus x1 as it is, by 3 also as it is. Now take this 3 to the other side in the next step. 3 into 30 into 3, which is equal to, here 90 plus 15 I have added. So 90 plus 15 goes to 105. Minus x1 will remain as it is. Next step, x1 I am taking to the other side. As I said earlier, whatever you want to obtain, that should be on the left side. The constant should be on the right side. So x1 I am taking to the left side and the remaining constants to the right side. So 105 minus 90 I have considered here. So now I have got x1 as 15. Okay, so in this way I have obtained the first missing frequency. Now using this first frequency, let us obtain the second frequency x2 also. So what I have got, n from the table, n is 75 plus x1 plus x2 we have, right? Using that, let us obtain our x2 value also. So n already they have given us 100, right? So I have substituted that 100 here. 100 is equal to 75 plus x1 plus x2. Now let us substitute x1 value also. First of all, what I am doing is both the variables together on the left hand side I am writing and the remaining constants to the right hand side. So x1 plus x2 remains as it is. 75 goes to the other side and becomes 100 minus 75. Just I have interchanged x1 plus x2 here left side and the remaining terms to the other side. At a time you can exchange the values also. So like that I have got here x1 plus x2 as 25. Now let us utilize that x1 value. Substitute x1 15 into this x1 plus x2 is equal to 25 value. Let us substitute and get the x2 value simultaneously. So I have substituted 15. 15 plus x2 goes to 25. Now take 15 to the other side. It's a value. Take it to the other side. Subtract it and get the value for x2. So x2 is equal to 25 minus 15. x2 you got as 10. So this is how we'll solve the equation and we'll get the values. Now check it out. Both the values I have obtained, x1 and x2. Those are the missing frequencies. So therefore I have obtained the missing frequencies, x1 as 15 and x2 as 10. So this is how we solve the missing frequencies. Formula is same, whatever earlier we'll do for continuous data or discrete data. Here continuous data we had, same formula we utilized, but I have identified how to find out the missing frequencies. Okay, this is how we'll be doing the missing frequencies problem. Okay, thank you.